express that and explore that is because of how dangerous and how like harmful homophobia is within male communities, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you go out and kiss a guy, you might get fucking jumped, right? Like if you kiss a guy on the street. Now, this isn't to say it's
Yeah, because I know it gave you. I tell people when you go to these conventions, it gives you confirmation of how far you have grown in your career.
Yes.
And also, I'm pretty sure you had a bunch of the top towns that you haven't shot with say, "We seen your video."
Yes. I've had people who come up to
You can make money off of it.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, let's just keep it 100. The girls nowadays don't give a fuck about the money; they want to go viral.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, people want to go.
So it's kind of like the girls. A lot of the girls that don't show their face with the feet, it ain't because they make more money with the feet. Back to where you're not doing the content house. You're shooting content, but you're not shooting with everybody that got their mama. Now it done kind of the circle done closed up a little bit to make yourself. Good evening, gorgeous. How you doing?
Good. Nice to see you.
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Recovering from my trip from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And spent the week there. Decided I'm gonna make that a yearly thing.
Okay. Cool.
Try to get out.
You though, travel can make you jet lagged and tired. I feel that. I mean, I just got done a few weeks ago doing Chicago Exotica, so I feel you on that.
I'm gonna ask you a question. How jet lagged was you?
Pretty jet lagged. I feel like just because of the type of scenes I did and everything, and then the whole convention and stuff. Like I had to just do another legendary tadpole orgy. I look forward to like every Chicago Exotica. It was my third one, and they're always really big and everything else. So you know that can take a lot out of you, especially.
Wait a second. What type of scenes did we do in Chicago that made the jet lag a little extra?
Yeah, I mean, for real. Well, like I was saying before, so my favorite has to be the tadpole orgies that he has on Friday nights in Chicago.
Yeah.
Exoticas, yeah. So
Oh
those
my
ones
God.
are great. I even had my husband Henry Cummings on this one. It was his first like big one. He's had a couple small ones with me with tadpole, but never one at this level. So that was really cool. It was like 9 ladies and like 20 guys.
Oh my, you know something, tadpole, that was light for you.
Light for me.
That's light for Tad. 20.
Oh yeah, he had bigger ones. Yeah. I had one the year before where it was like a 30-something person one, and that one.
Yeah. I heard about you.
On that one too.
Yeah, I heard about you.
Oh yeah. Hopefully I'll
I heard she had him tapping. She had him tapping out.
No.
She was putting it down at the feet. I didn't see you work, girl. Hey, and for you, how much you look forward to working with Tadpole each year?
A lot, honestly. I mean, like I've seen him at other conventions, but like it's been like my yearly thing to do his, his orgy that he has at Chicago Exotica on Friday nights. So it's been 3 in a row, and I've had going on 3 years in the industry. So it's been like kind of like a momentous thing I look forward to. I put that up there right with AVN that I look forward to every year. So that's a big deal to me, just because I just like what he represents, representing like the regular guy, because I'm married to a regular guy. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, because it's like I had talked about this before about the image of like male talents.
Yeah.
What have you. And you don't see, it's always the argument. We'll get to the introduction in a second, people. Damn it. She brought up something that I feel we need to discuss.
Sorry. Sure.
The image of male talent, because you have some females that want the guy that looks like the male fantasy, right?
Right.
You have females that, fuck that. I'll shoot with them too, but give me the average looking dude, because average looking dudes do have big dicks. And for you, do you feel working with an average guy, does it build your sex symbolness more than if you were just working with a bunch of, buff,
Right. Yeah. Well, I feel like I can work with what you would, quote unquote, think is like the standard male porn star that you always see that studios shoot with
Yeah.
and everything, and that's great too. But I feel like when I work with the regular guys for things for like Tadpole, if I run into him at conventions, I
Yeah.
feel like that represents the fans and the fan base notice because, as you know, I had my first nomination for XBIZ this year as MILF Content Creator of the Year. Yes. So obviously it paid off giving them some representation. I mean, I'm niched a little bit, like MILF and Hot Wife, but I don't just do like, BBC
I
Hot
mean,
Wife
let's
stuff.
be real. Like that's
Yeah.
not a bad niche, right? About
Yeah.
that. If you fit in one of them niches, you're getting money. I'm just being honest with you.
Right.
And two,
That's
also, we had to give her, applause for being nominated.
Oh,
You know
thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
Yes.
Oh my God! So with that being said, smokers, you know what time it is. It's time to smoke this over. Legendary award nominated style, because I'm 3 times AVN, baby.
Yeah, no,
You know who I am. Kavanaugh, the Summer Champ, aka the porn rap star, the wonderful host of Smoke This Over the Smokers Lounge. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you who's bringing you this wonderful show. First of all, been here from day one, RiseSizzleMagazine.com. Next up, BlushErotica.com, award-winning, award-nominated voiceover with smut. You know the rest of it. Also, Pass That Apparel, who did a great job of, making this t-shirt for, what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
For the Smokers Lounge, which will be on sale soon, what I'm saying? With the QR code on the t-shirt. So if you ever want to look at the podcast,
cool.
you know what I'm saying? You can find them on TeePublic, Past That Inhalation Partners. Also, you love to smoke weed, and people, you know how much weed I smoked when I was in Arizona?
I don't know. Tell me. I'm a lightweight, though. I've only done gummies because I don't really.
I can say I know I smoked over 51 blunts.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's like that. And some of them was with smokekind.com. That's right, the king of THCA. And they are in California, and it's mailed to your door, people. So please use the referral link in my description for you to check out their sales as well as their discounts on wonderful cannabis, the flowers, the vapes, even single roll. Also, y'all love this lady, and I love her too. We talking about none other than Sarah J herself. And you know that Sarah J has her own line of CBD, pain relief, and stress relief products. Well, guess what? I got a deal for you. Use promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off your next order or your first order from SarahJCBD.com. That's BOBBIE and get 10%.
Cool.
We're talking
I'm
about
more
pain
a fan
relief,
of
stress
CBD
relief.
than THC anyway. I feel like it's pretty relaxing. It helps. If you have any aches. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Trust me. She even got lube.
Nice.
She said no more. Also, you can find me in the mornings, 5 days out the week, where you can drink your coffee and you can wake and bake in the mornings at fullswatradios.com. Also, SkyHawk@TalkTV.com, as well as SGPradio.com. And please don't forget about my pro wrestling podcast, which is part of the STO podcast family. That's right, where I give you that good wrestling punditry with that smoke. Pro wrestling smoke, people. That's right. I'll be dropping it every Thursday. I'm going to talk about WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW. If I happen to go to an independent pro wrestling promotion right now, if you're listening, go find the episode of me talking about Arizona Wrestling Federation, where I saw the gorgeous and sexy Priscilla Kelly. Oh my God, she is just beautiful. As well as Zachary Wentz in action, people live. As well as, I'm going to talk about my favorite wrestling promotion, all black, I may add. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. wrestling people. Shouts out to Darius Lockhart. So with that being said, people, this lady here, as you know, like she said, she's been nominated.
Yes.
She is a sexy, slim goodie with all the lady lumps that you can love. She's a hot wife. She's a sexy milf. And people, she rides dick like a goddamn pony. I'm talking about the one that make you come. Anna Cummings. Say hello to the smokers.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my God. So where else did you do besides Tadpole in Chicago?
I mean, I worked with a bunch of other people too. But I feel like that one was definitely worth, commenting. And you mentioned you were in Arizona recently.
Yeah.
I a few months ago actually did what is that, a glory hole, swallow, and I forget all the different ones he has. He has like 3 or 4 different like things that he does.
Yeah, someone told me about this guy that does the glory
They have a
hole.
gangbang one. So it's like Spy Tug was the one, and that one was also the massage one. And then the gangbang one, I forget what he calls that one. It's on tip of my tongue, but I did that one recently, and that was really cool because unlike some of the other glory hole like scenes where you're only doing oral, you're getting fucked while you're sucking. So you're like, you know what I mean? Facing both directions. So you're getting spit.
I wish I had known because shout out to Venice Escape. She would tell me about this guy that did the glory holes out there. He might be the same dude.
Might be, yeah.
And I said, why didn't you tell me this? How about this bitch pass certified, tested, didn't get now shoot done? But that's a conversation for another day. Go check out the episode where I talked about smoking in Arizona. And this motherfucker got the glory hole. I said,
yeah.
I said, next time I come out this motherfucker, you don't give me his phone number. I've never done a glory hole. I always wanted to do a glory hole.
Yeah. I mean, if he screens you and you're past certified tested, I'm sure he'll have you. He does like recommendations. He screens people, so it's pretty cool.
Because I was like, damn, I spent all this money to be tested and didn't do anything. Yeah, there you go. So that.
Yeah.
But no, that didn't mean I didn't do anything. I just didn't do anything on camera. Just keep that on camera. So anyway, okay. Oh my God! So now, speaking about on camera, before we'll get back to the AVN and all that.
Sure.
How did Miss Cummings get into this business?
Well, first I started where I was doing a little bit of like lingerie modeling type stuff, and then it became nude modeling, then it became erotic modeling, like, like solo play stuff. And then eventually I was asked if I would do like a BJ clip or a boy girl, and then it kind of progressed. And then before I knew it, I was kind of doing porn. And then while I was doing that, I still had a full-time job at the time. I was a correction officer, and it kind of got out. So it got really awkward. So then I eventually resigned.
So wait a second. So you were the correction officer. The boys were hollering that they used to love to see her come to work.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Cummings.
I was working in a male prison, a Max A. So it's like the worst of the worst. And then,
yeah. So they didn't see no pussy. They see your sex ass walk in. They were like, hey, Miss Cummings.
That didn't happen yet, but it just got like, kind of awkward. So I left it. Yeah, I didn't need to have everybody start hitting on me and stuff like that. It just got kind of weird, you know what I mean? So I feel like my story is a little similar to Lieutenant Bellalexi's, only I didn't get fired. I resigned before that all happened, but it just was like, oh my gosh, the gossip.
So what made you resign? I mean, was it because you were figuring I'm gonna get found out? I might as well leave now, or
well, they found out already, and it was awkward, and they hadn't asked me to leave yet, but they were making it kind of uncomfortable for me, and I was already basically signing with my my first agency, which was Cox Models, before I went to 101 modeling. So I was like,
so before you got with your model, you was already doing like boy girl scenes.
Yeah. I had
And
mostly
who was
doing
that with? Your
content.
husband, or who was that? Who you doing your
Well,
boy
my
girl
husband
shit
at
with?
first was more behind the scenes. He did a little bit of stuff, but he was mostly like my cameraman and my support system. He still kind of is because he still
Mm-hmm.
holds me down with a full time job and and all that. But he's been starting to do a little bit more content because he's getting
Mm-hmm.
closer to retiring from the job that he has right now.
Yeah. So shoot. So you were shooting with him and what that male friends that y'all knew or what have you
Oh, you
to
want to
get you.
know? Okay, gotcha. I did do lifestyle stuff a long time ago before I started doing like the industry stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Obviously, very protected and stuff like that. But it was I had done like a scene for like Chick Pass, and then I had also done just other stuff like the erotic modeling and everything. People kind of
Okay, I
follow
see
the
what you're saying.
breadcrumbs.
So you already before you saw the agent,
Yeah,
you already did some paid gigs and worked with
yeah,
some companies. But I'm talking about, but you also was shooting your own content as well, correct?
yes, correct.
Yeah. So who was you working with for your content? And then we'll get to those chick packs and all that in a second. Cause
Okay,
she
sure.
ain't gonna skip over the fact that ass did chick packs, but she even had a goddamn agent. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like looking at who was like on Twitter and things like that and kind of going off of word of mouth and everything, just kind of working
Mm,
people locally in the beginning. So,
okay. And for you, so how did that go from that to you ended up working with chick pass?
oh,
Because
I
like I
mean,
said,
I
remember
was
you said you
like,
had no agent, so that means you were completely
oh yeah,
independent.
yeah. I mean, I was looking on like on Twitter and on like sexy jobs and stuff like that. And so I was looking locally at like who was around in the area, and I had gotten he was like one of my first like pro shoots basically. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, like eventually I ended up getting an agency, and then they helped me find obviously shoots and all that. So,
Okay. So there,
hmm
it's time to let's unpack it. The chick pass shoot, because you said it was your first shoot.
yes,
How did this? Let's set the stage. You were doing content trade, contending that what it was.
yeah,
You know, you were shooting with guys, what have you. Speak to one. How did you? Because you said you, I guess you contacted them on Twitter. Am I correct?
yeah.
Okay.
hmm
So from there, paint the picture for us. Was you nervous walking in? How was this different
Very
from
nervous.
doing what you were doing before?
Yeah, I
How
brought
did
I
that make
brought
you
my
feel
husband
comfortable? All
along.
that. Go ahead. I
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
up.
yeah, sure. Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I brought my husband along to meet him to make sure, everything was safe and everything. And then, he left and he reassured me and everything went great, but I was nervous as hell,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of glad that he was one of my first pro shoots because like, we're pretty friendly now. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they'll have other girls up there, after he'll be shooting with them, and I'll do like a collab day with them sometimes just because it's nice to have people who come in the area so I can
Yeah.
kind of like, put more stuff out there.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. So that's how I met people like, Karma Blaze and other people like that, that normally I wouldn't because I live in like a small town in upstate New York. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like not a lot of people to work with.
Yeah. No, I can believe that. Trust me.
hmm
I live in North Carolina and I was doing it
Okay.
for 15 years, so that tell you. So,
Yeah.
so with Chick Pass, of
Mhm.
course you was nervous. This was of course, it was a pro shoot.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they had you do pretty girl pictures.
Yes.
Of course, paperwork, which you already knew about the paperwork and stuff.
Mhm.
For you, speak to adjusting to their type shoot versus the shoots you were doing before, because there was an adjustment.
Yeah, no, there's adjustment from doing pro shoots, period, compared to just doing content
Mm-hmm.
where, you guys are, kind of just like doing your cameras and kind of talking about what you're going to do, opposed to that. I'd say that I have improved leaps and bounds since my first shoot ever. I mean, I still sometimes get nervous if it's like a new studio I haven't worked with before because I'm wondering if I'm doing a good job. But I feel like it flows a lot easier now that I'm not as worked up. I gotta say, for me, it's like, so I like to act, but if I have like a complicated script, it's very intimidating. So I like
Yeah.
to kind of have it be where it's like a loose dialogue, because then I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like a little bit easier than the follow. But I
Mm-hmm.
like, developing a story so that way, the porn kind of makes sense. It's not just like you're going right to fucking. So even if it's a
Yeah.
little satire, I think it's nice to kind of have an intro opposed to just gonzo. Not saying I don't shoot gonzo like when I do conventions.
Hold on, I got to do these people.
What?
You're one of the few women that came on here and said about storytelling.
Oh, really?
Because I really pay attention to your page. Yeah, cool. I like the cops and the jailbirds and I think a scene has more long-lasting effect if it's a story that leads to it versus if y'all just fucking.
Yes. No, I agree. I mean, that's why I look up to people like Ray Ray, and I'm going to work with her again at XBIZ actually coming up. We're going to be doing like a superhero themed scene, and I'm going to be Wonder Woman. So that's going to be fun.
I'm not surprised because you look like a Wonder Woman.
Ah, well, thank you. Yeah.
You look like Wonder Woman out of motherfucker. So, and like, now how long after the chick pass shoot did you end up getting an agent? And what made you decide to get an agent? That's the other thing too.
Technically, so I did one scene end of 2022, and then I took a hiatus because I had my boob job done and like a mini tummy tuck in January of 2023. I didn't go back into the industry until like late March, early April, barely. And then they found out at work, I would say around that spring, summertime. And I resigned in August, and I signed my contract like a few weeks later after I resigned in August.
Left the job, went to the next one with quickness.
Yes, exactly.
And so now, here's the conversation because first question, you do both content and paid gigs. Which one do you do more of?
I'd say more content than paid shoots right now, just because I mean I don't live in a hot spot, and it means like traveling more, and I'm finding like I'm just kind of making more long term off of doing content opposed to like someone pays you for a scene, that's all you get. You know what I mean? But if you make the scene, you're making residuals off of that. And that's what got me nominated in the first place too, was just people seeing my content opposed to just the pro shoots. But the pro shoots got me name recognition so people know who I was.
Yeah, because a lot of people down the pro shoots because we're in the content curator era. But I'm like, no, you need the pro shoots if you can get them because it gives you to a broader audience because these companies sell in other countries other than the United States.
Yes. No, that's true. And then there's obviously companies in other countries that want to sometimes work with you. I don't really do like hard BDSM. For example, I've had Evil Angels like approach me for like over in Prague, but the kind of scenes they do are kind of wild. Not saying I don't do some crazy stuff, but it's not in my comfort level. So I haven't been able to really build up to be able to
no. BDSM, there's no such thing as like BDSM in Europe.
I know. Europe is a whole nother animal. So what we
oh my God.
Next level.
Trust me, I know.
Next level. Yeah. So
it's another level.
Yeah, because they were trying to get me to do a 4-on-1 DP, and my problem is, to be honest, is I'm afraid that little thin piece of skin will break. You can't do 2 dicks in both holes and expect not to, God forbid, you're too rough. You're like TMI, but like I don't want to have.
But you gotta beat the girls over there, like Alice Mays and Demonia. You know, Rebel Rider done been over there and showed out.
Rebel Rider
you know,
too.
These females that do double anal.
Yeah. I've done double bags, but double anal, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I don't think I'm a gaper. No, don't get me wrong for like both areas, but like, it just makes me nervous, especially that whole 4-on-1 DP scene that they were trying to talk me into it. That's where they lost me. I'm like, I don't think I can do that.
I'm saying, so for you, it's like, because we talk about the work of shooting. Because a lot of people don't really talk about that. Sure. And there's porn sex, there's real sex. Yeah. You know, we had that conversation. I don't need to rehash that. Speak to the physical work of being in front of that camera. And now, because you can speak not only on the content trade side, but also on the paid shoot side.
Right.
Because that actually is more taxing than the content trade.
No, it is because you're there longer, to be honest. I mean, you figure depending on, the set that you're on, you could be there early to do hair and makeup. And then you got to get your outfits. And then you have to go over a script. And then you have to do different takes. And people don't realize some of the photos aren't like necessarily screen grabs. Sometimes you're stopping and just posing with the cock by your face or something, or making faces while you're having the sex, that kind of stuff or whatever in the middle, like you're posing. You're not necessarily just screen grabbing you.
Oh, for sure. Because it's even to the positions that we have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Even that too. They want you to like move certain ways, and then they want to see certain stuff, or the way that they have to even get like the shot. I mean, some scenes, like if you see a girl looking up and she's giving head, sometimes you have a videographer, excuse me, who is standing above there with the camera to get that view, and people don't realize.
Oh yeah, no, because even the point I set in on a shoot at a content house, right?
Yeah.
It's Arizona and they outside. And it's like 3 women, 4, maybe 4 or 5 dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. You can imagine.
You're hot.
It was, so they just say some guys had difficulty, some didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry.
That's real. It happens.
Yeah, because that's the thing that people don't realize, that when it comes down to it, if the male talent ain't working, the scene ain't gonna work.
No,
unless you're doing a girl on girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus, like I said, when you talk about content trade, got its pressure, but a paid shoot, totally different level of pressure, the level that you on.
Oh no, for sure.
Totally different.
Not only that, if you mess it up, everyone talks. So you might not get work for other studios.
Yes.
And believe me, I hear it on both ends, between guys or girls that are talents. If they do something wrong, it travels.
See.
So
wait a second. I told you. I told you.
Told me what?
No, I told my smokers it's a big industry, but it's a small community. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. If you don't show out on set, you might not see no work. Dude, women got a better chance maybe to get more work because if you're a good looking chick, you're good. But a dude, I keep telling you about the white list. Yeah, you can't even come fast. You can't come fast, and you best not be able to come. That's even worse.
Yes. I say the top things to not get you more work, not get you invited to things would be showing up late, not being able to stay hard, and not coming. Especially if it's a facial. You can't really fake that as much as like you can't cream pie.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No. So speaking about that now, well, she kind of answered some of the fun questions because she already said she does anal. So, so for you, your first time doing anal, was it on camera or
off? Off, like with my husband and stuff, but like I didn't really do it that often. So, on camera was like different, you know what I mean? Just because like you have to be more performative and everything.
Yeah.
Also, as far as like, I guess favorite anal, I'd say I did this one scene. It was a girl. It was for kink, and it was for their everything but division. And it was with like a bunch of like toys. So me and this girl were like doing gaping and everything. And it was the funniest thing because I didn't realize, but like some girls, they slam shut. So mine stays open just a couple seconds. So they love that. So that way they could like showcase it before it closed up. So.
Oh no, they love gape. If you can gape, they love that shit. To be honest with you. And then of course you say you have done DP.
Yes.
Have you done double vaginal yet?
Yes, I've done double vaginal. So I've done DP and double vaginal. First pro shoot would be for DP Divas. I did that.
Okay.
And then I also did my first ever fisting. And that was like a very short amount of time because I can only do it for so long.
Yeah.
Just because they want to see like
Wait.
They're
Was
not like
that
punching.
pussy fisting or anal fisting?
Oh no, vaginal. I don't know if I
I'm
can
about to say,
stretch that
oh
much
my
of the butt.
God.
I don't think I can stretch that much of the butt. I'm not as talented as Rebel Ryder. I love her. She's very
Oh.
talented. I don't think I can do that.
So when you did, okay,
Mm-hmm.
wait a second. So you say you've done both you did double, you've done double vaginal and you've done double penetration. Okay.
Yes.
Which one gives you the best orgasm?
It depends though. I mean, sometimes double vag can be pleasurable, but it can also leave you sore depending on things.
Mm-hmm.
DP can be fun though sometimes just because like you're getting it from both directions. But I honestly can't come from anal. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably do double vag before DP. That would get me off. But like I'm one of those girls like certain positions, rubbing certain ways inside gets it off for me, but clitoral definitely. But anal by itself I can't. So like in my scenes, whether it is a collab or a pro shoot, if you see me playing with my clit while I'm like getting anal, it's so I can come for real. You know what I mean? So.
Oh no. I people, I already know that when they play with the ain't. It's it's more of a distraction also. Because like I said, there's a lot of pressure in the ass because we talking about porn dick, not boyfriend dick.
Yeah,
in that ass
relax
is
it
different.
too, and that helps to relax it too. It's like I did this scene a while back earlier in my career where it was for Bang Bros for the Bang Bus, and I had Jonathan Jordan up there, all 13 inches, and I was definitely playing with my clit because that bus is really driving, that van is really driving. Plus, I just to relax and everything, you know what I mean? So that way I could come for real.
They bumping speed bumps. She up there riding dick with her in her ass.
Yes. I know people think it's not really a moving vehicle. I'm like, no, it really is moving.
But wait a second though, because you get a lot of paid work though. So
yeah,
how much content do you be shooting though?
No, that's a paid shoot. That's for sure.
Paid work. You do a lot of paid work.
No, I get paid work still.
No, I know you do a lot of paid work and frequently. So I'm sitting there like, wait a second, she do more content than paid work. She does a lot of paid work. So how much content do you shoot?
Right. No, I've just started stepping it up a little more on content is what I meant by that. I didn't mean to make the misconception you think that I was only a content creator and just dabbled in like the pro side. So I'd say my first year I focused mostly on just shoots. And then my second year I was doing a little bit of content plus, you know what I mean, the paid. And then now into my third year, I've been doing a little bit more content that I have been doing paid, but I'm still doing the paid shoots for sure.
But see, the thing about it is well, one, like I said, once again, congratulations on your nomination. Is it safe to say you're a crossover star? Because I want people to listen to what she said. She said she did kink. Kink is alternative.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure you've done a couple of alternative companies, as well as the mainstream, vanilla-ish stuff. Did you ever think you would be a star that transcends a genre?
I don't know. Maybe.
You are. It's not a maybe. You are. I mean, think about it. She said, "Yeah, I did kink." That's alternative. That's BDSM type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then she said,
but they weren't beating me up though, or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was just like really big toys. So, but still.
I mean, but still though, it's to get booked by kink because not a lot of girls can get booked by all these places. Usually, because if you do kink, BDSM, you stuck there.
Got
if you pay, you stuck there. See, she didn't even. It's funny how tell them things they don't even realize.
No, I didn't even realize. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. So how do you feel to be a crossover star?
I guess pretty good. I mean, I like to be able to do a variety of stuff and not just be just stuck in just like one genre. So I never had it phrased that way to me, so I didn't realize that I really was one.
I mean, seriously, if Evil Angel is asking your ass to come to fucking Prague,
Yeah.
they can say you're a crossover.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I could ever get to that one point though. The 4-on-1 DP is very intimidating because of that small piece of skin between your vag and your butt. You know, that's what made me not want to go there.
Small. It's funny, like, and this is real shit. You will never see BB Dubs. There are BB Dubs that do it, and there's thick girls that do it, but it's like the smaller women, they got that game on lock. It's just like. It like they can take, like, I'm sitting there watching Alex take 2 in the ass, 1 in the pussy, and being face fucked.
Oh wow! Well, at least she didn't have 2 in the vag and 2 in the ass. So that's my only thing that my hang up is, because I don't know if I could do that. Like,
they wanted what?
They said 4-on-1 DP, so it's intimidating. That means 2 in the vag and 2 in the butt. Like, I don't know if I can do all that. Yeah, now you know why I'm too scared to do it.
If you don't win an award for that scene, I'm fighting the award committee. Like, dude, she took 2 in that. I ain't even seen. Yeah. I gotta go look. But I ain't seen Alex do that one.
Okay, so maybe you turn it down, because that's part of why I haven't gone to Prague yet. Because they invited me a while ago, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
Somebody gonna do that shit.
I don't know. Maybe every now and then they get someone who says yes to that one, but I'm guessing there's enough people who don't want to do it if you haven't seen it. So I guess I'm not the only one. So that's why I couldn't do it.
Oh my god! And of course, she loved gangbangs.
Yes.
So, for you, okay, what the biggest number you have done, and what gets you off about a gangbang?
Okay. So biggest, I would say, I think it was like 10 or 8, and that was for that company over there in Arizona. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So in my personal life, back when I did lifestyle stuff, 5, including my husband. Okay. So, yeah. And then what gets me off the most is just being, I guess, like, worshipped, basically, you know, having all those guys just want to please you, and then you're just kind of like, you know, being covered in cum, kind of like, you know, like I'll say sometimes in some of my scenes, yeah, paint me in your cum, and I'm like playing with it, like making it all like messy and stuff. So I guess that would be what brings me a lot of pleasure, if that makes sense.
Oh no, it makes sense because okay. You know, we love gangbang ladies. and for you now, you said you did one in lifestyle. Oh, hey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's your first one?
Yes.
That was your first one, right?
Yes.
So how did that come about?
Well, my husband was like looking at like some like lifestyle like websites, and then making sure that people were screened appropriately, and then they were tested and everything was safe and everything.
Well, who made the suggestion for the gangbang though?
Oh, my husband did. Because we were talking before about things that were like our dirty fantasies. His was to like watch me get fucked, and mine was to kind of like get like lost and like then have to get directions and then get gangbanged. It's kind of what I would think about when I'd have trouble coming. Like, I'd be on top and I'd be trying to orgasm, and I would just go to my happy place, and that was what my thoughts were.
Wait a second. She's the first woman that ever admitted that in the history of the Smokers Lounge.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody else has dirty fantasies? Because I'm still like a real life sweetheart and everything, but like, yeah.
No, I don't think he complains. He probably thinking about you riding his dick while sucking the dick. I mean, I'm just saying. You
ever ask like your girlfriend or significant other and be like, What are you thinking about when you look like you're in the zone and you're trying to come? Like, what's your fantasy? You never asked?
No, I never asked that, but there might be
You
something.
should.
No, because see, I'm gonna tell you why. Because people don't want to hear the answer. They don't want to hear the
People,
answer. They don't want to
now
have the
people don't
answer.
want to hear the answer. Oh, okay.
So they be like, they be like, well, I was thinking about Eldridge album, baby. I was thinking about Chris Hemsworth, Jason Momoa. Hey, damn, you can't get hard off with Jason Momoa.
Right.
Me,
Because I
myself, I'm like,
guarantee you're
yeah,
thinking
think
of
about Jason
something.
Momoa when you giving me head. Think that I'm Jason Momoa when you giving me head. Yeah. Keep
Oh
that
my
same
gosh.
energy, baby. I like it. I love it.
That's funny. I'm sure you have fantasies you think about when you're getting close and you're not quite there yet.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna front.
You're not going to share them? You're too embarrassed?
No,
It's okay.
I actually shared it.
Okay. All
Because
right.
like they say she be riding me, and I just close my eyes, open my eyes, I look up, and I just imagine her head turned this way, and it's a dude, and he's face fucking while she's riding my dick.
Oh, there you go. Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Milk that dick, baby. Milk that dick. No, it's just a funny part. It's just explaining to somebody why I get off or watches a dude fuck my woman. That's the funniest.
What, the whole cuckold thing? It's actually pretty popular, believe it or not. I used to think my husband was like a little bit weird about it, and then I realized this whole genre. This is before I did porn, and there's a lot of guys who basically consider their wives like hot wife, and they would just love to just watch them get fucked.
Yeah,
so
because it's because I'm gonna tell you why. See, and your husband probably agree. To see the reaction of the dude. She got him. Well, I'm gonna fuck him when we get home, babe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You thinking about all the shit she do to you? Did she do to that dude that he ain't even ready for? He ain't even prepared. His eyes roll. He about to have a backspasm about this motherfucker. You just sit there like, that's my baby. That's why I love you.
There you go.
But even to the point, was you surprised how many people is married in the business?
Yes. For sure. It's actually a little bit refreshing, honestly, because like I've made some good friends of some like industry couples. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I like Rebel Rider and Rex Radiation. And then just there's a whole bunch of other couples that I've met and that I've started to become friendly with. And it kind of makes me feel like, maybe this is a little normal what we're doing.
For sure. Now we about to have a very good conversation to end out this show. And you came in the game. Well, I mean, you did content.
Yeah.
But you didn't pop off until the pay gigs. Am I correct? For the most part.
For sure. I'd say I started gaining. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I started probably gaining more traction when my Bang Bro scene like came out, the Bang Bus and everything. Just because I am this sweet, wholesome girl, and I did a good job, playing up like I'm just like the secretary, like on her lunch break. And then they said to do a good job acting, you have to pull some realism out of there. So then I started talking about being, in like a ethical non-monogamous relationship. And then they were making a little bit of jokes about it, and then we're getting, the reactions, so that way the scene would flow.
Yeah.
So that was like my first one that I feel like really gained me traction, where people were starting to notice who Anna Cummings was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say after that, it was a whole bunch of different scenes that I've done that started to gain traction.
So now, when it comes to the bookings, because this has been a conversation I've been having with a lot of ladies that do this. You get a lot of bookings. It's safe to say, is it because a lot of your bookings, a lot of the sex acts, you don't do a lot of in your content?
Oh, no, for sure. That's like, all right, so I have someone that'll never work with ever again, and it was some extreme anal like scenes that I did for content.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because I don't do a lot of collabs that are anal, that means that I can command higher anal rates, right? So because of this, I keep on selling a lot of my extreme anal gaping collab scenes with somebody that I'll never work with again. And I hate seeing it on my feed, but I like making that money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
but
And
see,
there are things that I won't do that I have done for paid that I won't do for collabs also because people know what they're doing. Like for example, when I had like the fisting part come out, everyone's
yeah.
like, "Oh, can I do a fisting collab with you?" I'm like, "No." Because they're gonna actually punch me. It's not just like moving it around just kind of for show to be to show it.
It's
They'll try to actually hurt you. And also not everybody knows when they're doing anal what they're doing. And they'll
oh
hurt you and
no.
they'll
It's
slam you
I
and
keep
stuff.
telling everybody
So
it's an art to doing anal, whether it's
mhm.
personal or
Right.
in front of the camera. I done broke it down
Right.
to you before my day ones.
Yeah.
I'll break it down to you again. You have to
Mhm.
prime the ass. You have to
Mhm.
prime the ass the whole time that y'all doing it, from the time you eating the pussy to the time you fucking her in the pussy.
Yes.
And then when you're ready for her to, when you want to enter,
Mhm. Yes.
you have to slowly work it.
Yes.
Once you get the head in,
Mhm.
you let her work it. You don't do shit
Yes.
else for a second. Let her
Mhm.
get used to the dick in the ass.
Yes.
Just start getting the flow, and then guess what? Y'all rolling. But you,
100%.
oh, and by the way, she has to be at the height of her horniness. That's why you have to prime the ass while fucking her. Meaning,
Mhm.
you have to make her come, you dumb fuck. It,
Yes, it helps a
it
lot.
helps
Trust
if
me.
she actually has orgasm. It loosens the
Yes.
ass. Ambitious is
Mhm.
gone. La petite mayor. You get
Exactly.
me? You feel me? And
And none of this from an angle coming down and slamming shit because
yeah,
then you're
no.
really hurting somebody. Because once you've relaxed it, you can come in and out a little bit, but you shouldn't be
Yeah,
coming up from a distance. That's just insane. That's also why I won't work with that person ever again. But for
yeah,
some reason, people like seeing the extremes sometimes. So I feel like that's why I keep selling the fuck
well,
out of, did I say that word? Out of those scenes because I don't normally do that stuff. Like, I like basically when I was new, I didn't know better. And I was like, oh, is it supposed to be rough like this? And then I found out it wasn't, and I was like, no more.
oh no, oh no.
So
Back in the day, shit, it was a 6 to 7 inch dick that went in the ass. They didn't do no 10s or 11s. They did
really,
that. They only did that for vaginal. It was when the Sarah J's and
mhm,
the Pinky, that era, that's when big dicks going in
mhm,
asses.
right?
but,
Yeah.
but no, damn, she was talking about dick and ass and anal.
Mhm.
Threw me off for a minute because
Oh, sorry.
I love anal. Yeah, I love giving. Just let you know, it's Jesus Christ is great to have on camera, especially if you mount it and you can get that shot. Oh, reverse cowgirl.
There
But
you go.
yeah,
There you
but
go.
only
Oh,
couples can do
people
that.
seem to love seeing that. I feel like that shot in general, reverse cowgirl, because they can see like your face as you're doing it. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to incorporate a little bit more of doing that when I'm doing some of my scenes, if it's even collab. It just gets tiring though. It feels like leg day. So help a girl out and lift her up sometimes so she's not doing squats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, but even to the point that, because that was the conversation we were having, that
Yeah.
what do you say for industry versus I'm going to do this with my content? Because
Okay.
the least you do on your content,
Yeah.
the more you get booked. Because like you said,
Right.
you have only one anal scene.
No, I
Everything
have
else you
other
got,
ones out there, but I'm saying I don't do a
you
lot
know,
of them because I save it for my pro shoots because I
no,
ask
but
a
that's
lot.
my point. But that's my
Yeah.
point.
Hmm.
It's like I tell somebody, if I go on your site and I see a shitload of anal scenes, and then you
Right.
get mad when the company offer you 700 for anal, it's because
Hmm.
you ain't. There's no such thing as fresh off the boat anymore, because back in the day, that's what they paid for. Because that means no one knows who the fuck you is. They never seen you, never
Right.
heard of you, none of
Hmm.
that. We don't have that anymore. Why? Because of social media, Instagram, and OnlyFans. So
Right.
now it's okay. What sexual acts you don't really do that you
Right.
do that we could pay you for.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? And for
Yeah.
you, because you don't do much anal, if any on your content, I think that helps you get bookings along that line. Because I ain't gonna lie, ladies that do the DPs, do the anal, they extreme shit to a certain extent. That is what these companies is looking for to a certain extent, because they want the stepmom, the hot wife, but they also want to see her get fucked.
Right.
You know, period. And for you, I think that's an advantage that you have. So for you, was that a conscious decision to be that way, or that's something that you learned to be that
That's
way?
something that I started to kind of do because I felt like I couldn't really command like the prices I ask if I'm doing a lot of it, but also because I had a bad experience of somebody who I did a lot of anal content with that I no longer work with. And I realized what was good and what wasn't. Not saying I won't do other ones in the future, but I tend to reserve that for paid. It's like, why am I going to give away a lot of that content, you know, in collabs where people could pay less? And then have the studios look at me and say, well, you know, you're always doing this, so like it's not gonna like attract a lot of people to be like, oh no, she's doing it again, wow, okay, you know, because they're not seeing that as much on my content. I have people asking me for certain things, you know what I mean? And it's like certain things, if they want something really crazy out there, it's got to be a custom and they got to pay a lot for it. Like one thing I think I absolutely don't want to do for a collab ever is fisting, like I said, because people know what the fuck they're doing. They're gonna like punch you. Unlike where it's a pro scene where they're just gonna put it in there and just kind of show that they're kind of moving it around and
Because
geeky
they actually
momentarily.
are experienced in doing that. They have done that. You know what I'm saying? It's
because you could hurt somebody, so you can't be doing something super crazy like that. And then
look, I ain't even go front. I've heard of a dude dick getting broken.
ooh, ow, what'd he do?
She was riding. She went up, came out a little bit, and the rest is history.
Ugh, ouch. Bouncing too high?
Yes, you get fucked up on the board set. You can't. You can't. Don't think you can't.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot. No, because like I said, it especially when you talk about extreme stuff, because you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
even with the shit that you see with Alice Mays, the guys that she's working with, they do this for a living, so they know how to work it.
Right.
To the point that Alice, she might be sore, but she ain't fucked up.
Right.
Now,
That's
she might
the
be
thing.
drunk,
I've done
she
some
might be
scenes where
dick
I'll be
drunk.
sore for a little bit, but like you don't want to get messed up because if you hurt yourself, you're out of work. It's like I was just talking to another girl because she was approached for similar stuff for Evil Angel up in Prague, including the 4-on-1 DP, and I was like, girl, if they mess up or you mess up or something like that, I was like, you're gonna be out of work for a while. I was like, you only got a thin piece of skin between your vagina and your butt. Like, if it rips, you're in trouble.
No, I would tell you it like this. I know,
especially inexperienced girls who don't do a lot of anal in
no,
general.
it like this. Let's keep 100. When you go down the pages and you see like some of these girls do the anal and shit, don't you look at her and be like, damn, why you giving that shit away for free?
Oh yeah, no, that too. Oh, that reminds me. So when I was new to get people to follow me on Twitter, I used to give away like longer trailers, never like a full scene, but longer trailers. And I actually had some hater because of it who like picked on me, and I eventually had to block because he was mad that I no longer was giving for free long trailers so he could masturbate off to it. And I was like, all that's behind my paid wall. I was like, I don't do long trailers anymore showing that much.
How long was your trailer?
God, I think up to like 10-minute video clips I was putting on my Twitter at one point.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. It was like 8-10 or something like that. Now it's like way under 2. There's maybe like a minute or something like that. Not long enough to get off to. And I didn't realize. So
this is why I tell ladies. I'm guilty of this too, because I post a clip. You don't post a clip, you make, and I'm starting to do this with the podcast. Trailers, which especially because you have you have a beginning and an afterbirth. And what I mean by that is afterbirth means what happens after the sex.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I don't know how you set up the scene with the cops and the robbers. You feel me? I don't know any dialogue or anything, but you start with the dialogue. Then you chop up a good minute or so of action, not one clip. No, the most exciting parts of that damn shit.
Okay.
Give them a few seconds, and that's it. That's your clip. And you might want, you want to put at the end, a little flyer that tells them where to go by. Now, I know people gonna say, "Well, it's 2 minutes. He can jerk off these and 30." Here's the difference. Instead of you giving him different clips, you keep giving them that trailer.
Right.
After a while, if he jerk off enough to that bitch, he will be going to buy it and watch the full scene. Yes. Because that's the biggest mistake women think is that, if I make it too long, he gonna jerk off and he ain't gonna want to go buy it. Right. No, he's gonna go buy it. I'm a dude. We don't. All I gotta do is just this picture right here, me looking at her. I can just imagine her just like that, sucking my dick. I don't need no video. Just okay. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's why I tell ladies, plus trailers make it look more professional for you versus clips. And it saves you editing time because it's just a trailer. You know what I'm saying? So because it's like what people do with their little clip, the little 2-second clip, 30 seconds, it's the best part of their video. No, it's like, think about Hollywood. They give you movie trailers. Yeah. Don't we make movies? Yeah. So, but I like your work. I like the fact I know that I should do storytelling. And you do gangbangs. You run the gambit, boo.
Aw, well, thank you. Well, I hope you're voting for me.
Oh, I already did. I already beat you. You know what I'm saying? But but I think, to me, you're the proof that if you do it all, you have to stand the most chance of success and make the most money in this business. Right. Because I think I believe that because you don't do anal with your content, whenever you do an anal with your content, you're going to have more impact because we're seeing it on the mainstream. You feel me? As well as your DPs and so forth. Because it's like, it like ladies don't want to hear that shit, but some of that shit you got to save for the paid.
Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they look for now. It's it's funny. It let you know how long I've been in the game since 2010. It went from we won them 19 to 21 to now actually 40 and up, or you got to at least look like you're a good, strong 35. They didn't want to marry. Now they want to marry. And we didn't see anal that much of gangbangs. Now it's the norm. And this year became the year of the transgender. Because a lot of girls want to shoot with transgender women. So I was like, I wonder what next year going to be.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's a lot of trends, that's for sure. I haven't done trans yet. I might at some point, Okay,
so that is something you're interested in doing.
Yeah. I'd consider it, but it's not really on brand for me right now. But I consider it. So
now, have you had anything before we go? Have you had anything that your agency tried to steer you away from?
Not really. I haven't really tried to do anything crazy on my own that my agency would be upset about. So.
So, people, we done held this gorgeous, sexy, freaky, and I might well go ahead, anal queen. See, people, boy, the next time I do that anal top 10, bro, boy, some names gonna get added, people. I'm trying to tell you. This gorgeous lady, I didn't held her up here long enough. So I got to ask her the $1 million question. Miss Anna Cummings, can I call you a smoke buddy?
You can call me a buddy, but I don't really do smoking. Like I said, the most I've done is gummies as far as THC.
See, I love when people think that I meant by smoking. No, that just meant that she will be back here
Oh
on the
yeah, I'll
Smokers
be back here. I
Lounge.
thought you meant like when I ever smoke on there. I was like, I don't know like
And,
my limit with that.
and
So
if she is down and willing,
yeah. Uh-huh.
we're going to bring her to the place where the conversation gets saucier.
Okay.
The titties pop out. Dildos might pop out. You'll know what pop out when you subscribe. I'm talking about the premium smoke room, people. The risque side of the podcast family. I'm talking about 4 premium podcasts for you to enjoy, plus special episodes such as Project Content House and the VIP smoke room, where, you know, I open it up. We do a little bit of music, answer some questions from the fans, as well as the girls, you know, show it off for the camera. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, also I got a XXX store where you can see my work as I give ladies the work, because big dicks growing the sticks. That's why they call it Big Country Daddy. And also for my people on Spotify, I got a member section over there where you can spend money to listen to some stuff over there on podcast-wise on Spotify. Had to smoke on it where I talk some shit about some shit that I feel that I need to speak upon, as well as Savage Smoke, as I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers as we give them a real perspective from a male's perspective about the industry. You feel what I'm saying? So wherever you need that premium smoke, which for the first month is $6.25, $25 after, but trust me, you ain't gonna want to leave. Or you had the smoke on it, or you was looking to roll some Savage Smoke, please just subscribe to the smoke. And speak about subscribing, Miss Cummings, tell everybody where they can spend money on you, baby.
Oh, so on my Twitter, I have all my links. But if you're not have access to that, then it would be allmylinks.com/ShyKittyGirl05. So I have OnlyFans is the Anna C. My many vids and my loyal fans are at ShyKittyGirl05, just like my Instagram and Twitter are. And then I have a website called AnnaCummingsOfficial.com.
So, smokers, what did you smoke over in this episode? What did you learn? I told you I was going to leave you with something. Less is more. Why do I say that?
Because
remember, I
you
kept
get all the
saying,
way. Yeah.
Say what?
Oh, sorry. Oh, that you're asking me, and I was answering.
I love when they put their input to my final thought. So what you about to say? Say what you're going to say.
If you give it all away, then no one's going to want to buy it because they're used to seeing it all.
Yeah. This not only goes to your content, but also the sexual acts that you put on your content. Because you ladies who sit here and scream, oh, independent content creator, this, that, and third, at some point, you're going to want to get a paid gig. Even the great Miss B Nasty wanted a paid gig, and she got it with Brazzers. You've been for what I heard.
I follow her.
You get me? You know what I'm saying? Even her, the most independent of them all.
Yes.
Bowed down and had to come to the industry. Why? Because you want to keep your name hot. Also, it feels good to get booked a lot, get a lot of paid gigs. All the companies want to shoot with you and work with you. That you're in demand. In demand. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the reason why, because sometimes the freaky shit you do need to stay to the paid. Because I told you, back in the day, it was about, you want to know why them girls was getting that $2,500, that $3,000, that $5,000. You know what I'm saying? It was because it was paying girls to be fresh off the boat. That means they have never filmed. At the most, they had modeled. At best. But see, the game changed because OnlyFans, pandemic, you know, content creator, you know, all this. So now we can't pay you to be fresh off the boat. What they're going to do, go to a middle school? I don't think so. You feel me? So the next best thing is what is fresh off the boat that you haven't done sexually or you don't do much of?
Mm-hmm.
Not every sex act need to be on your content list. Maybe you don't need to do everything the first year.
Right.
Because see, the problem is the worst thing you can be is pushed into a box. See, there's a reason why I brought up the fact that she's a crossover star.
Okay.
She actually said it. Kink.com. That's BDSM. Bang Bros. You know what that is? That's mainstream vanilla porn, technically. You feel me? She got Paul calling. You know how bad of a chick you have to be for Evil Angels, not the American brand, the European brand to call your ass. That means you take dick in the ass very well. But the reason why, because if she did that shit for her content, they wouldn't call her at all. Or if they did, it would have gave her a price that she would have fucking cussed their asses out for. That's why less is more. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it. And I think the problem is that people miss that in class. It's like we talk about Bonnie Blue. Because she did gangbangs out the gate.
Yeah.
She's fucked. You want to know why? Because now I just did the most extreme shit. I got to top it because now they expect me to top it a little bit. So now what I got to do? The butts. Now I got to go to countries where I might get arrested for this shit.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
period. It's nothing wrong with a slow build. It's nothing wrong with saving it for when I'm being paid. Because let me make this clear. If she was getting paid for these gangbangs, as in they was paying her, she wouldn't have went to jail when she went overseas.
Right.
You understand me? She wouldn't have got kicked off of OnlyFans so easily.
Yeah.
Which regardless, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. She's on Fansly. You know how much money she lost? And within the time frame of trying to get people to go to Fansly, because do you realize, men, we are creatures of habit? You know how hard it is to get a motherfucker to wing him off of OnlyFans to another platform? Just like trying to wing a crack addict off of crack. I'm just saying. So the reason why I say this is that, ladies, if you come in this business, moderation is the key. You don't have to shoot your shot the first year. Because whether it's overshot, whether it's you done shot with every motherfucking meltdown there is, and everybody got the same scene that your ass got. You ain't got nothing exclusive to yourself. Or you done all this shit on your content, which you barely bringing in 500. Versus if you save that shit, you getting paid $3,000 for that anal scene. $4,000 for this, $5,000 for that. You can, what she said.
You asking me now?
Demand my price. I told y'all.
Yes.
She said, I can demand my anal price because I don't really do it anywhere.
Right.
How can I demand when I see you every other scene, you getting shoved a dick up your ass?
Right.
See, it's called, if you want to negotiate, you kind of have to have leverage.
Right. That makes sense.
And sometimes y'all take the leverage from yourselves. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, gorgeous.
Bye, everybody.